in my presentation, which we'll post for all of you to see, of kind of companies doing this. Here's Novo Nordisk in China that's created a gigantic market by figuring out a way to provide diabetes care to millions and millions of people that couldn't get it before because the business model didn't work. Massive opportunities to change our value chains, to make them more logistically efficient, energy efficient, water efficient, resource efficient. And then, of course, this issue of cluster development is not just about being a good person. Cluster development is about shared value. Because if you can build a cluster, your success spreads broadly in the community. If you can build a cluster, your success helps create the success for other related businesses and institutions in the community. And so don't think of working on competitiveness as philanthropy or making a donation or anything like that. Think of working on competitiveness as shared value. How can you create shared value? By thinking about the role of these other institutions that you depend on ultimately for your success. That, I think, is the challenge we have, the opportunity we have, and the agenda we have. And I put in this presentation some specific action steps that I would ask you to consider. Every one of you in this room can significantly affect the competitiveness of this region in your own way. There's lots of ways to do that. There's lots of opportunities. And every one of them is going to benefit your company. It's going to create shared value. Okay. So ultimately, I believe that the kind of key messages I hope you take away are the following. Colombia is entering a next phase on the whole issue of competitiveness. The free trade agreement is just about to take into effect. The bar is going to rise. The bar is going to rise. We need to keep making progress at the national level. And with the Council on Competitiveness and the National System on Competitiveness, at the national level, I think there's a good structure in place to continue doing that. But the real action that is going to determine the next chapter in this country's prosperity is actually at the regional or departmental level. And that's where we've got to turn our attention now. We don't have the same institutions in place. We don't have the same capabilities in place to actually collaborate to drive regional strategy. And we need to. In that process, business must play a fundamental role. We have an obligation in business to play that role. We are in business the institution in society that has, in a sense, the greatest capacity to have a longer horizon. In a world where political time horizons are relatively short. Participating in driving competitiveness in this region, both in terms of the business environment and the clusters in which you all operate, is partly something that we should view as an obligation of citizenship. But what I hope you're starting to see is that this broader perspective around how we fit into our environment, into our region, into our cluster, is really not simply about citizenship. It's actually about building your business. And the stronger your cluster and the better the business environment. And the more you can incorporate into products innovation in terms of serving needs that haven't been met and meeting societal problems, the greater opportunities your companies are going to have for growing. And the more unique you're going to become. I'm extremely optimistic about what you all can accomplish. And I hope that this meeting will be an opportunity for us to kind of coalesce around this agenda. The time is now. I think we have some terrific leadership starting to be put in place. I hope all of you will see that it's your job too. So thank you for your attention, and I look forward to watching and working on this.
Muchísimas gracias.